Right, so been buying a few Wii U games.
What you know about retro ghetto, collecting and playing retro. Lock into the retro ghetto.
Okay, so my quest for a full PAL Wii U set, I hate saying that, is almost complete. I've added some amazing games. We're going to go through all the new editions shortly. And then at the end of the video, we're going to look at how many I've got left. And we're going to earmark the ones that are going to be more difficult to find than others. So yeah, let's get straight into it. We're going to go from sort of shelf filler to good, right? So basically, we're going to get to the good stuff last. The first few, as I say, are pretty much shelf fillers, just ones that I really needed to get ticked off the list. The first two here are Skylanders Trap Team and Skylanders Giants. Now, I've got no interest in collecting all the Skylanders and all the big box bundles. Even if I had the room for them, I really don't care about all that. I want to collect the games themselves. And thankfully, this is my Skylanders journey completed. We're done with Skylanders. So yeah, that's a subset complete. Speaking of subsets completed, Just Dance Kids 2014. I think I've showed this in a previous video. I think maybe one of my game hunts where I found this. But that is the Just Dance games done as well. And then next we've got Batman, Lego Batman 2. Actually quite fun games, these. I think, again, that's another subset complete. That's all the Lego games. It's probably going to be a theme, right? As we start getting towards the end of this goal. Rabbids Land. This is one that I thought I already owned. But clearly I didn't. I think anybody out there that's gone for a full set will know that there's certain games that you think you own. And then when you go through your set, you're like, maybe I don't own it. So, yeah, unless they're like socks or they just disappear. Or teaspoons. Anybody else? Teaspoons in my house, they just disappear. What happens to them? Quickly peel that off so no one sees that I've left my stickers on. People hate that. Snoopy's Grand Adventure. Relatively cheap still, this one. Somewhat easy to find. Just one I needed. One that's getting up in price. I think this is one you're better off to pick up now, guys, if you are on a Wii U journey. The Smurfs 2. Still relatively cheap, but it's definitely going northwards. How to Drain Your Dragon 2. I think I'm just saying How to Drain Your Dragon. That's something completely different, right? And I don't think it would be 7 age rating. How to Train Your Dragon 2. Okay, so now we're moving on to a bit better titles. Either half decent games or ones that are getting a bit expensive or a bit harder to find. Saying that, this one's not difficult to find yet. Watch Dogs. Another game that I thought I already had. Pokken Tournament. Lego Marvel Avengers. I've actually got this on the PlayStation 3. I put a bit of time into it with my son. Great game. Most of the Lego games are great fun. Yeah, and I think that's all the Lego games done. Right, this next one, I was surprised I didn't have it, right? And you're going to think, how did he not have that game? Well, that is Super Mario Brothers U. Now, the reason that I hadn't had this, and I thought I did, is because I had the Luigi version and the Mario and Luigi version. So there's 3 versions of this game. This is the shit you got to do when you're full set collecting, right? So you have to buy 3 different versions of this game. And yeah, the original one was just one that had eluded me. I found it in CX the other day for £6. One more off the list. Okay, so I've got to give a shout out to a viewer for this next one. He reached out to me after my last video and he sold me both these games at a great price. Because they're games which have never become cheap. I think it's because they're good games. I think kids enjoy playing them. I think they're good family fun. And that is the Mario and Sonic Olympic games. You've got Rio and Sochi, is it? Winter Olympics. So yeah, I was really happy. Thank you very much for sending these to me for a great price. And I was very happy to get these ticked off the list. Right, so now we are starting to get to the more expensive games, guys. Some of the heavier hitters on the system. The first one, I got this very recently from CEX. It hadn't been in stock pretty much for the last 6 months or since I've had it as a saved alert. And that is Monster High 13 Wishes. There's 2 Monster High games on the Wii U. The other one, I believe, is... where is it? 2 Ghoul for School. And as I say, this one's 13 Wishes. It's getting to that point now, guys, where it's becoming a £30 plus game. It's only going to keep increasing in value. So again, if you're going for a full Wii U set, get this one sooner rather than later. Because these are the games that are going to end up being very expensive. Next, Crudes. I think this might be more expensive in America, but we'll save that for another video. But this is a game, again, that's going up in value. I think this is about £35 at CEX. Got to give a shout out to my boy over at Geordie Retro Chasers, Pete. He made me aware that this was in the Newcastle branch and it was complete. So yeah, I went online and I bought this. So shout out to you, Pete. Appreciate it. And yeah, another one that you need to be buying sooner rather than later. This next one I've shown previously on the video. I got this at the Doncaster Retro Video Game Fair. And yeah, just one of them games I did not expect to find in Doncaster. And that is what I think was a Spanish release, Vaya Latino. It said it's sealed. It looks like a reseal to me. I don't really care, right? I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to play it. So for now, it can remain in its cling film seal. Yeah, reminds me of packed lunch at school, this one. Another very recent addition is Wii Fit U. One of them games that you don't expect to be expensive, but it's getting more and more so. I guess due to the functionality of it, people like it, especially at this time of year. CX had it £18. That's actually under market value. It goes for more than that on eBay. So when I saw it in store with vouchers in my pocket, I just had to pick it up. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Guys, this is a very difficult game to get your hands on the Wii U. I actually know somebody that needed this to complete their set. It was the last game they were able to find. Again, this was something I found at Doncaster Retro Gaming Expo. Just remember, it doesn't come with a manual to my knowledge. It just comes with like the standard blurb. I think it might come with an additional white sheet of paper which directs you to a website, but I'm not that much of a completionist, right? So yeah, don't sleep on The Amazing Spider-Man 2. If you see this, make sure you're picking it up. Yet another game which is only going up and up and up, as so many of these Wii U titles are, and that is SpongeBob SquarePants, Plankton's Robotic Revenge. Not got much to say about this game, except for the fact that it's going up in value. CEX had it, I had a voucher, another one done. Okay, so this next one was a Christmas gift from my missus. I was very, very happy with this. She must pay attention to what it is that I'm doing when I'm sat in this room on my own, because she surprised me with Darksiders War Master Edition, sealed. It wasn't actually a Christmas gift. Basically, my missus is very big on Christmas, right? Her family are huge on it, and she bought my son a load of, our son, a load of 1st of December presents. I'd never heard of 1st of December gifts, guys. I was mocking her for it. I said it's ridiculous. Let me know in the comments if you do 1st of December gifts in your house. So yeah, she bought him quite a few presents, which was bewildering to me. And I think in order to get me on side with the 1st of December idea, she surprised me with this Darksiders War Master Edition. Sealed, one for the set. Shout out to Mrs. Retro Ghetto. I'm converted to the 1st of December presents. Okay, so this next one is a game that I already owned. And I think I did a video basically saying that it's the rarest game on the Power Wii U set. And at the time, it certainly was. And that is this big box, Hunter's Trophy 2. It's a very, very uncommon game. Very uncommon to find in the UK. Again, I think it was one of those games that had a wider release in Europe. I got my copy from France. But I think somebody must have found a load of new old stock. So there was a few sealed ones popped up on eBay at a very affordable price. So I managed to pick up this ridiculously cheap. I think I got this for like 20 or £25. Sealed copy of the game. Now the reason I wanted it, not aside from the fact that it's a good financial investment, but I wanted to be able to display all the games with their blue spines all together, and that big box one that you've just seen is sealed, so I didn't want to break it open. At some point way down the line, I'll sell one of the two, because I don't need to have more than one copy of the game. But yeah, for that price, couldn't say no, and I'm just going to add it to the collection so I can display them all. The only other one that I guess that I would need to be able to do that is Kokoto. The game that I've got previously that comes with the guns in the big box. Again, I could probably do with finding a loose copy of that, just so again I can put them all together, display all the blue spines. I'm just weird like that, guys. As all full set collectors have got weird issues, right? Otherwise, why would we be doing this? But yeah, Hunter's Trophy 2 sealed. And then the last one, the heaviest hitter. It was arguably maybe bar one that we still need, the heaviest hitter that was on the list, and that is Teslagrad. As you can see there from the sticker, £70 at CEX. It's not a cheap game, and it's only getting more and more expensive. This game will be in the hundreds in a few years' time. Apparently it's a good game. It's a bit of a Metroidvania. It is available on other platforms. But yeah, on the Wii U, it's getting very pricey. It's very uncommon out there. So yeah, I was very happy that CEX got this in stock, and I was able to buy it with vouchers.
Retro Ghetto.
Right, so there's 15 games left, and I'm going to go through them now. I just recorded this thinking there was 14, and then I found another one. But that happens so often with full set collecting. There's always one that slips through the gaps, right? I'm sure anybody will be able to tell you that has gone trying to done this kind of thing. I can't even talk properly, guys. I'm swimming in Wii U games and lists and all sorts. Right, the first one on the list of the 15 that I need is Fit Music Wii U. That's one of them games that off the top of my head I can't even remember. I think it's relatively generic. It's out there. I think it's about a £20-ish game in that market. If I'm wrong, I'll pop the information up. I've just never come across it thus far. Ah, this next one. Right. I recently spent £30 of a 34-year-old's money, a grown man's money, on a Barbie game, right? Barbie Dreamhouse, I think it's called. And there's another one I still need to buy, and that's Barbie Puppy Rescue. So I've still got to pull the trigger. That's another game that's ending around 30 quid. I'm probably going to get that one sooner rather than later. It's available. It's not overly hard to find right now, but it's just one of them. I just want to get it off the list so I don't have to buy any more Barbie games, ever. Love Me Buddies Wonderland. This is a strange one. It's available, but it's somewhat uncommon. I think it might be something that was pushed more into the European territories. Not that the demographic of this game was aimed at me, so if it is a TV show or anything like that, it went over my head. It's just one that you don't really see, but it is available on eBay. I can get it as and when I choose to. I just haven't got around to it yet. Right, the next two, they're out there, they're available. There's a reason why I haven't bought these two games. And actually, I'm going to group 3 games into this category. There's 3 games, and the reason that I haven't bought these games, and this is a bit of a tip for anybody out there, full set collecting or Wii U collecting. First party titles, so I'm talking Zelda. So we've got Breath of the Wild. It's a relatively expensive game. It's never come down in value. It's one of the best games ever made, but it's not going up in value. There's millions of them. They're sold well, right? It's always going to be 30, 35 quid, whatever. So I'm not in a rush to get it. And that also applies to Minecraft. Again, there's loads of Minecrafts out there. There's 2 Minecraft titles on the Wii U. There's Minecraft and Minecraft Story Mode, I think it's called. So between Minecraft Story Mode, Minecraft and Zelda, it's just 3 games that I'm not in a rush to get. They're all a relatively medium to high price, but there's millions of them out there, so I'll get to them as and when. The next one, One Piece Unlimited World Red. I think this is like anime. Again, relatively niche game, somewhat uncommon, but definitely available. If you went on eBay, you'd probably find one. I'm not too worried about it. I'll get to it. Rise of the Guardians. That's somewhat become uncommon, but again, as the one I mentioned before, it is available. If you're willing to pay 20, 30 quid, you can go online and buy it. So again, it's just one of them games I'm just going to get to as and when. Those kind of games, I just buy them, you know what I mean, like once a month, every so often when I'm feeling a bit flush, spend 30 quid on a game just to get it off the list. But yeah, not worried about finding that one. Sonic Lost World. All the Sonic games have held their value. I don't know if Sonic's had a bit of a resurgence since the movie came out. I see a lot more Sonic merchandise and toys and things in the shops. I don't know if sort of, you know, it's become more wanted by children. But yeah, all the Sonic games have held their value. And the last one that I need is Sonic Lost World. Again, not worrying about it. Sold plenty of copies. It's out there. I've seen it a few times. It's just when I want to spend 25 quid on it. Right, this next one has become very uncommon. Transformers Prime. I think this is getting towards a £40 game, so it's one of the more expensive ones that I still need. I need to pull the trigger on this one sooner rather than later because it's only going up in value, but it is out there, it is available. If I wanted to buy it, I could buy it right now. Not too much of a worry, but one that I need to get sooner rather than later. Warriors Orochi 3 Hyper Fighting. I don't know, it's a long title. We're going to call it Warriors. It's out there. Again, one of them games that it's not cheap, it's not common, but it's somewhere in between. I'll get it. Wii Party U. Don't know much about it. It's not what I've done much research into. But the fact that I can't remember anything about it suggests to me that it's not particularly expensive, or I would have remembered. But the next one has got expensive, and that's Wii Sports Club. So I think that's basically very much like the Wii Sports. So I'm assuming that it's one of them games that's probably quite fun. This is one of them games that I don't mind spending the £40-ish that it commands because I'm sure I'll be able to enjoy it. I love Wii Sports, I love Wii Sports Resort, and I think this is just one of those games that will be fun to buy, but because it's a good game and probably quite sought after, it's always held its value, and I think it's currently sitting in and around the £40 mark. Right, this takes us to the last 2 on the list. Right, first one is quite well known for being a heavy hitter on the PAL set, and that is Zumba. It's more expensive if you want to buy it with the belt and the big box and all that. which I'd rather buy that version, but the way I collect, and as I've already said on this video, I just want the games, I want the blue box, I want all the boxes. It's still not cheap. Okay, there's one on eBay right now with a bashed up box for £80. So it's attainable. It's not unrealistic. It's not ridiculous. I will get to it, but it's one of them games that, you know, you don't want to spend that much money on a Zumba game. It never comes in stock at CEX. So at some point, I'm going to have to pull the trigger. I just really don't want to. And that brings me to the last game, which I don't know how I'm going to find this game, guys. Scribblenauts Unmasked. Yep, Unmasked. There's 2 Scribblenauts on the Wii U PAL. There's Scribblenauts Unlimited. Common game, you see it everywhere, I've got that. This next one's Unmasked, and the reason it's so difficult to find is, to my knowledge, it was an Australian release only. Now, for the most part, PAL is Europe, it's European, they're relatively easy, it's a small world, right? You can order from France, Italy, Germany, etc. on eBay, you don't have to pay too much of a postage fee, it's all good. But Australia is also PAL, and they had Scribblenauts Unmasked released there. It's a very difficult game to find here in the UK. Most people that have it have got it for the reason that they're collectors or full set collectors, so they're not in a rush to let them go. Somebody gave me a top tip that you can go onto Australian eBay and buy one, but the amount that you're going to end up paying in tax and shipping, it's going to be a lot. So again, it is attainable, it's just a long-winded process. You're going to have to wait a couple of weeks for postage to get it from Australia. So I'm doing a bit of an appeal, right? I'm going to use my platform. I'm going to get on my soapbox. If anybody out there in the UK or close by has a copy of this game and you want to sell it, reach out, let me know, help a brother out, because this is the one that I've earmarked as being the most difficult one for me to get to complete the set. But yeah, that's it, guys. I think with the way that I've collected, there's nothing too hard on this list. I'm not sitting here still searching for Phineas and Ferb at £100 and Tesla Grad and, you know, all the other expensive games, Project Zero, all that kind of thing. I got those early on. That's my advice to anybody. Get the heavy hitters first, as soon as you can. Look at the trends and get the ones which are on the increase, because now's the time, and get the expensive ones. That's definitely the way to begin collecting full set, and in my opinion, which is why I'm in a position now that I've got 15 games, of which 10 of them are relatively cheapish and easy to get. A few are a little bit more expensive and a couple are hard to attain, but generally I've not got any unicorn as such in the group left to find. They're all doable. So hopefully next time you see me, I'm going to have that full set. Not only will it be a collector's goal accomplished, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I spoke about this on a previous video, but I went into this not having like a massive love for Wii U, but I'm a Nintendo fanboy. But because of the journey I've been on and collecting a full set, I feel like I'm an expert, right? I know the prices of almost every game. I know every title that's on it. I've spoke to so many people, collectors, the Wii U community, that I've developed a love for it. It's almost like a forced love, but it's a real love that's come from trying to find all these titles. And yeah, we're real close now. So we're going to get over that line soon. And hopefully, as I say, the next time you see one of these videos, we'll have a full set sitting here in front of us. That or I've sold everything. Okay, and if you enjoyed the Wii U content, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Rightway. He's also going for a full Wii U set, but he's doing the NTSC version as he is based in America. So if that's something that you want to check out, make sure you go over to his channel. It's a great channel, loads of content. So if you're not already, go and subscribe over there. Also, if you love all things full set collecting, go and check out my man Essex Retro Gamer. He is going for a full Dreamcast set. If you watch my channel, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to fulfill your Dreamcast needs. Maybe one day I'm going to look at it, but my collection is very, very small. So if you've got a Dreamcast itch that needs scratching, go and check out Essex Retro Gamer's channel. And also, I want to give a shout out to Sega Zombie. He recently completed his Sega Mega Drive journey, and he recently posted a video about his full set and completing that set, and it's a really good watch. You've got lots of members of the community involved. I'll post links to all those channels down below. Go and check them out. Okay, and all that's left to say is thank you, play your games, keep it retro. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Retro Ghetto.